Welcome back everyone to Piney Trials, where I've cut out a little bit of hole where I could start to set up shop for the moment. And I have cobble over here. This is really bad looking, so I'm obviously going to have to do something better for this to make it a proper base. For now, let's get out here because I want to see if I could avoid getting blasted so early. Now, what I want to do today is to check out the local area. Let's cover up some of the dark spots to make sure that we don't turn this into a monster breeder. I also want to do some wood gathering. I'll probably have to find a good place where I'm going to use as my wood harvesting area, because this particular area doesn't have much in the way of trees, and that's the main disadvantage of it. I mean, the first place where we checked out, and I just felt it was too high up for my purposes, and I just didn't feel like... What is that? Is that a creeper? Yeah, that is definitely a creeper. Okay, I would have thought that being this far away from where I was staying last night, it'd be unlikely that a creeper would be getting here. I have no idea why it's stuck like that. Probably hasn't noticed me yet. So it's good I didn't get any closer. But I would like to... I get very worried when creepers are in the area, for reasons that are pretty good, I think, and that is because they keep on blowing me up and blowing up various materials I'm trying to gather. There we go. Now, can I get anything else on here so I could actually plant something? Okay, well, I have two saplings. Oh, I missed one. How about that? Not sure how I missed it, but I missed it. I thought that this was just a regular tree rather than one of those complicated oaks. Oh, when things started despawning there, I thought a creeper was jumping up behind me. Ah, I really get jumpy. There we go. Now, what I want to find is not creepers, but sheep. That way I can actually sleep or something like that, or maybe even find a village, which would be even better, because a village is one of my primary objectives that I have. I have set up a number of objectives for this series, stepping stones to what my final objective is. My final objective is to conquer a trial chamber, but of course that's going to take a little bit of time to do because I have to get ready for it and all. Now let's see. I don't see any villages anywhere around here, and I don't see any sheep either. There seems to always be this thing about some vital resource that's missing. You know, whenever I create a new world, I have no idea how I have a talent for that. I'd say the craziest one is the one where I created a world with the idea of using its mansion. And yeah, there was a nearby mansion. I picked a world with a nearby mansion and all, and what happened? The thing burnt down on the first day. My first sheep. Now, unfortunately, I do have one little problem, and that is that I haven't found any iron yet, so I'm going to have to do this in the very cruel and inefficient way, and that is, of course, to kill the sheep. I was hoping there was more than one sheep around here, but oh, there is sheep number 2. Oh, sheep number 2. Okay, at least I have 3 sheep. And there are many others in the area. Good. I mean, it would have been worse if there weren't other sheep in the area. Alright, there we go. Now I can at least make a bed. That's the good news. Alright, so that's 3 sheep over there. There's plenty of stuff over here, so that means I could venture out a little bit more in exploring, because if I get caught outside, I could just have a little bit of sleep and it'll remain daylight, and that's always nice. Of course, I do have to find my base at some point, otherwise I'll need a okay, I didn't even know that was there. Wow, I found the village. There are a few unemployed there. That means all I need to do then is to either find a cartographer's table and find a cartographer, or I could of course make a cartographer's table. And I do have some gravel. Actually, I will set my spawn there at the moment, so that if something does go wrong, I will respawn in the village instead of in the cherry grove. But so far, there's a door into here, right? Okay. Good. Why is there nobody employed here? I mean, are there no crafting stations at all? That would be not particularly interesting, just more bread. And well, this doesn't look very safe. And okay, no places above where nasty monsters could jump on me or anything like that. Those are the caves that really scare me. The ones that have all these ledges up above and you have these dark corners where the creepers spawn in and then they come and jump down on top of me and have a wonderful timing of exploding just as I say, oh, what's that? Boom! Oh, that. Alright, there we go. I needed some coal. I was running low on the stuff. Okay, now, I think that's a bad place for the torch. I'll put that there. I know that's a little bit overkill these days, but I think that'll... Oh, I just can't ignore this. Alright. Good. Now. You're in my way. Thank you. But most important of all, that means that these villagers won't get blown up or zombified. And the sun is going down. Not much in the village yet. I will have to take care of that at some point and add a bit more to it, like a cartographer station, most importantly. And then, of course, start trading. Now, in order to do trading, I'm also going to need to oh, there's no church there. So I have no way of getting a brewing stand, because usually the way of getting a brewing stand is to either find one in the village or find one in an igloo, or to get blaze rods and make one. I suspect that that's not going to be happening anytime soon, so I won't be able to trade zombie flesh for it, because that's one of the reasons why I was liking the idea of that zombie farm, is that if I had some clerics, I would be able to trade with them and use that to get money, or emeralds I should say, and use those emeralds in order to help to get better things for cartography. Yes, trade the emeralds to the cartographer so that I can get the maps that I need in order to be able to find a trial chamber. Well, now, can I find my base again, or am I stuck in Lost Forever? Because I am completely unable to do much. Well, this is obviously not where I start at because there are trees here! And if I remember anything about what I had before, it was a distinct lack of trees. So I might as well collect some wood while I'm around. Now, part of me says, well, maybe I should move my base to a place that has more trees and closer to the village. But at the same time, I like the idea of having that zombie spawner there. Oh, really? What is this? Snow? Snow. A strange place for snow. Naturally, without coordinates, I managed to get thoroughly lost, and what do I find? A place where I spent the first night. Now, I'm hoping I can figure out from here how to get back to the place I decided would be my base. It's really complicated without coordinates. Ah! This looks promising. There's one advantage of building something out of ugly cobblestone. You're not going to mistake it for a natural formation. I am going to need a better way to mark this. And at least know the coordinates, even though they are not easily readable. They look very, very ugly at this particular location. The F3 screen seems to get uglier every single time they add more and more stuff to it. Good guess. Now, let's settle down here and start to make our plans. One of the most important things I can do is to set up my to-do list so that I know what my goals are for the series. That way I'll know when I am done, when I have done everything that I need to do. So I'm using this wall as my little to-do list. So I have 9 signs here. Right now we'll put up blank signs, but I will write into each of them the various steps I need to do in order to get to my final thing, and that will be defeating a breeze. But what about the other states? Well, the first thing I need to do is to set up a starter base, and this is of course a start, but not even a very good start either. But it's a start, and I'm hoping to have a nice little base over in this area. So now I need to have the other 8 steps. And here is our full list. 1. Set up a starter base. As I said, we're just beginning here. 2. Create a zombie farm. Now this was not one of the original items I intended to put in this list, but I think the zombie farm will come in handy for the long term. Maybe I can get some weapons and armor and the like out of it, or maybe I will somehow find a cleric somewhere so I could get emeralds from it. I don't know yet what, but I'm going to build a farm. I decided to make that one of the goals here. Number 3 is to purchase a trial map from a cartographer. And of course that means finding a cartographer, and that means making a cartography table, of course, and putting that into the village. And that means, of course, getting some flint here. I think I just need 2 flint, and I think I've got that now. So let's... I know, that makes the whole thing even uglier than it was before, right? Well, now, let's see. We need a cartography table. I think I just need... to do this. This. See how well I remember this. Is it this plus 2? That's a fletching table. Dope! Of course, the more logical thing that we need for there is paper. So now, now it says I can make a cartography table. All right. There you go, 1 cartography table. So I need to bring this to the village. Of course, that means getting back to the village. Maybe I should make a step in here, or a sub-step of purchasing a trial map from a cartographer is build a road to the village so I can get there without getting lost. Actually, since I just went and made a cartography table, what I should do is to use it to help me to make maps, and I could use that map in order to tell where everything is, and maybe that will make things a whole lot easier. But still, I think I still need to build a road. Since step 1 is to make a base, I think the first thing I need to do is to make this place a whole lot less ugly. Now, what's the best way to do this? I guess I really should open this out first. I know I just put the cartographer's table there. Okay, well, that's their building limit. So let's say we start 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Ew. Okay, double doors in the middle there. Yeah, 1, 3 on either side with the double door in the middle there, and I think that's where we'll start. And my plan is to use stone brick. So I am cooking up stone here. Get some stone bricks. And that's what we'll use, at least at the start. Now the question is, can I do anything to make it look better than just simple stone brick? Well, first, let's get rid of the cobble. There you go. Better looking. Now, we need doors. Now, instead of a wooden door, I think it'd be better to have a copper door. And with some of the changes for 1.21, I think that will be more reasonable than it was in the past. There you go. There. I guess we need something up on top of that also. And here, this is a little bit too hard to see through. Now, of course, mobs could get through there, so I'm obviously going to have to put something there. Copper grates, maybe? Now, how do you make a copper grate? How about... Well, I'll come up with something. Maybe it comes from copper blocks? Yeah, okay, that sounds like... Copper grate is 4 copper blocks like that, but I believe a stone cutter can make a more efficient recipe. Alas, I have no iron, so I cannot make a stone cutter, and I don't feel like using the inefficient method to... Yeah, so I'll just put some cherry here for the time being. Yeah, it really looks bad here with the copper doors over here, but I'll do this for now as a temporary measure, and I will now do a mining session to get some iron. I have emerged back from the mining trip with 8 pieces of iron. Well, at least that means I could make a stone cutter, right? At least that's what we'll find out in a moment. There we go. Now, what do we need for a stone cutter? Oh, actually, I could also make a shield. Actually, a stone cutter needs, well, 3 stone, of course. And I turned my stone into stone bricks. Well, there was a reason why I took a while before I did that. Oh well. I will need much more than 8 pieces of iron in order to be ready to face a trial chamber. Let's see. I got this backwards, right? Ah, yeah, there it is. Yes, I will be needing a bit more before I do that, but also a stone cutter. That's the other thing I wanted to make. There we go. I can put you right here for now. And now with that, I think that I can more efficiently create stone crates or something like that. What do I need to do now? In order to make stone crates, I could do, yeah, it's a 1-for-1 in this case. Oh, it's 1-for-4. That is a lot more efficient. Because wasn't it 4-for-1 in the other direction? Oh well, now let's get this down, see what it looks like. There we go. And okay, and then up here. Ah, yes. Well, still needs a bit of work. But I think it'll do for now, and at least I don't have the crazy way that the fences interacted with that. I suppose, though, I need to do more mining and get more iron, because right now all I've got are 6 pieces of iron left. That's enough for leggings? No, it's not even enough for leggings. Well, it'll be enough for boots or a helmet. I'll save on that for the moment. Oh, of course, more important than leggings and all that stuff, what's the most important thing you can get right now if you're going around getting ready to do a great deal of mining? First thing you're going to need is a pickaxe, and right now stone is literally not cutting it very well. So therefore, let us get this, and also let's have a sword ready. Now I'm ready. Ah! Redstone! I finally found some of this stuff. And this reminds me that on top of needing paper in order to make maps, I do need a compass. And a compass, of course, requires me to have redstone. So it's good that I found a little bit of that stuff. You see, yes, I am using a stone pickaxe again because my iron pickaxe is almost broken, and I need to have it just in case I run into things like redstone or gold or anything like that. I did find a little bit more iron, but yeah, still not large quantities. And speaking of gold, our first gold. That way I can make a clock. And I always find clock is, I know some people call a clock completely useless. So a lot of people call it useless, but I like to have a clock around because I'm often underground and I would like to know what time it is when I am digging underground. So I think it's about time for me to call this session over, head upstairs, make my maybe not a compass yet because I don't think I spend the iron for that yet, but maybe make a clock so that I can at least know the current. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. I think I found my next stage. And there's probably going to be something to make a spider farm in here also. Something to consider. Oh. Bows. Yeah. Oh, of course. And increased amounts of iron in these places? Is this the entire... Oh, no. I have a feeling it leads to a deeper structure beneath here. But... looks like there's an increased chance of getting... Oh, yeah. Is that where the real mine shaft is? I'm going to guess that's the case. But for now... I'm just getting as much of this iron as I can get. And then get out of here safely. Though safe is a relative word when you're in a mine shaft. Overall, I managed to get 23. So that should be plenty, right? Let's see, I've got one, so I have a total of 24 ingots then that I can have. And that should be worth quite a number of pieces of armor. Actually, those 23 pieces of iron plus the one I had before were good enough to make a full set of iron armor. And coupled with the iron sword I made earlier, I think I've made a good dent in trying to create good armor and weapons in there. Yes, I know. I could either get these enchanted, which would be really, really nice, or I could get some diamond gear and the like. But I think this is a good start and something that we could work with. And maybe some parts of the trial chamber might be doable with this, but I am sure that we'll try our best to get some more because we still have other things that we need to do. We need to finish up setting up this base. We need to create that zombie farm. We need to purchase a trial map from a cartographer, which means finding a better way to get to that village without getting lost every single time. And perhaps I should check out that mine shaft if there really is more to that mine shaft than we saw already. And we'll start putting a dent into that in the next episode of Piney Trials.